This morning, before lunch, an AI read 51 manufacturing company websites for me. It found the broken ones, dead quote forms, security errors, one company whose website literally just says, "Good night," and it wrote 5 detailed reports that I'm hand delivering to those companies this week. While it did that, I was driving. I didn't write a single line of code. Nobody on my team wrote code, because there is no team. That's Agentic AI. And in this series, I'm going to show you how it actually works. Practically, for a normal business, no programming required. Everybody used ChatGPT or Claude by now. You type a question, it types an answer. That's Chat AI. It's a very smart conversation, but the conversation is all it is. It answers, you do the work. Agentic AI is the same intelligence with hands. Instead of just telling you things, it can do things. Open and read your files, write documents, search the web, use your tools, and, this is the important part, keep working through a multi-step job until it's done. You give it a goal, not a message. The difference in one sentence: Chat AI helps you work, Agentic AI works. All right, quick map of who's who, because the names get confusing. At the top, you've got the labs, the companies that build the intelligence itself. The two out front are Anthropic, who make Claude, and OpenAI, who make GPT. Google's in the race with Gemini, and they're a giant, but for agentic work, in my opinion, as someone who uses this stuff to run real business every day, the front of the pack today is Claude and OpenAI. Then there's the layer that you actually touch, the tools. Think of the model as an engine, and the tool is the car built around it. Claude Code is Anthropic's agent. It lives on your computer and works your real files. Codex is OpenAI's version. Cursor is an independent company's tool that can run whichever engine you want, and if a terminal window scares you, there's Cowork. Same kind of agent, friendly interface, built for people who want to feel like they're hacking. Inside any of those tools, you choose a model, an engine size. The top tier engines right now are Claude's Fable and OpenAI's GPT 5.6. Those think the deepest and cost the most. Below them, each lab has smaller, faster, cheaper models. Here's the only rule you need. Big engine for judgment, small engine for repetition. Planning your quarter, big model. Renaming 800 files the same way, small one. You don't need to memorize model names. They change every few months. You need to know the dial exists. Now, the part that almost nobody tells you, and it's the whole game. These agents are only as good as 2 things: the information you give them and the access you give them. Out of the box, the smartest model on earth knows nothing about your business, your customers, your pricing, how you like things done, blank. So the skill that matters isn't coding, it's writing things down. I keep what's called a brain, a folder of plain documents, what my company does, how each process works, what decisions we've made, and why. Mine's grown into its own memory system, but it started as files a 5th grader could easily read. Every time my AI starts a job, it reads the brain first. That's why it works like a sharp employee instead of a confused temp on day 1. And access. An agent that can't touch your files can't organize them. An agent that can't see your inbox can't triage it. You grant a piece at a time, and the good tools ask permission before they act. It's on a leash, you decide how long. Let me make it concrete with the first project I give anybody, your downloads folder. Everyone's downloads folder is a disaster. Here's the whole program. So you open a tool of any type, and this is genuinely the entire thing. Organize my download folder, group by what things are, put old stuff in an archive by year, and show me the plan before you move anything. The agent reads the folder, it comes back. You have 2,100 files. Here's my plan. Invoices here, photos by year here, installers I think you can delete, and here's everything else I wasn't sure about. Leave the tech stuff alone. You say go. 2 minutes later, done with the report, every file it touched. That loop, goal, plan, approve, work, report, is the entire mental model of Agentic AI. It's a conversation with something that can act, and a checkpoint before anything real happens. And here's the thing. The same loop with more context and more access is how the 51 websites got audited this morning. It's how my support inbox gets triaged. It's how client websites get built. Same 5 steps, bigger stakes. The loop never changes. The leash just gets longer as it earns trust. So no, you don't need to code. You need to be able to describe what you want, read a plan, and say yes or no. If you can delegate to a person, you can delegate to an agent. The people winning with this aren't programmers. They're the people who know their own business cold and finally have something that can act on that knowledge. That's this series. Next video, getting set up. In about 15 minutes, the non-technical way. After that, building your AI a brain, teaching it repeatable skills, a full tour of a real system running my business, and how to keep the whole thing honest and safe. By the end, you'll build your own real system. I'm Holden Richardson. I built AI systems inside real operations. My own business is run on them end to end. And my first manufacturing install runs inside my family's shop just outside Grand Rapids, Michigan. Everything in this series is something I actually run. You'll see the receipts as we go. Subscribe for part 2. And if you're a West Michigan business that wants this done for you instead of by you, check out richardsonappliedai.com.